All right, so welcome back to the video. Go ahead, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. As you see, we're going to be talking about the Miami Heat today because they did it. They did it once again. The Miami Heat are heading to the NBA championship to face off against the Denver Nuggets starting on Thursday. But let's go ahead and talk about this Boston Celtics series because it wasn't good for my mental health, and I'm pretty sure most Heat fans out there could test that this series was a roller coaster of emotions. So we go into this series, even though the Heat have been hot throughout the entire playoffs, we were considered the underdogs. We go up 3-1, and then Jaylen Brown says, "Don't let us win one." They win one. Jaylen Brown said, "Don't let us get another one." They win another one. Now we're going into a game 7. We were up 3-1, and as a Heat fan, I'm like, yes, we're gonna do it. Then they win one game, they win 2 games, and it starts to get real scary. But yo, shout out Caleb Martin, shout out the whole Miami Heat team. When I tell you, this game 7, the Miami Heat came to hoop. They came to hoop. Caleb Martin, who's been playing tremendously good this entire playoff run, and especially in this series, he has a 1 year left on his contract, but he's due for a big bag if he continues to keep playing at this level. Then Gabe Vincent, shout out Gabe Vincent for stepping up throughout this entire playoff run as well. He's due for a big contract too. And Duncan Robinson, I want to talk about Duncan Robinson real quick, because as a Heat fan, I've been a big fan of Duncan Robinson ever since he's been on the team, and we paid him all that money. And for the most part, he had a lot of like DNPs this entire season. He barely played in like the first round of the playoffs, and then Coach Spo started playing him, and we saw why Duncan Robinson was paid all that money. We saw why he paid all that money. Duncan Robinson's development on the court is crazy, from him being just a spot up shooter to coming off handoff screens and shooting, and to him putting the ball on the ground. We've seen a lot of that in this series. Duncan Robinson was putting the ball on the ground, getting by his defender. So I just want to shout out Duncan Robinson for his amazing development. I love to see that. Him and Bam's connection on the pick and roll, their 2-man game is beautiful. Jimmy Butler came. I don't know. Jimmy had an up and down series, but Jimmy came to hoop. We saw in game 6, Jimmy didn't have the best of games. Well, credit the team. The team didn't have great games leading up to the game 7. Anyway, that's how we got to the game 7. They didn't play too well. But Jimmy Butler throughout his entire series, no matter what happened, he came to the post-game conference and he always said, "We're going to win this series." And as a Heat fan, it was very taxing, because it was like we were up 3-1, we got to the game 7, and it's like it started to get real scary. But luckily we pulled it out. Now we go to face the Denver Nuggets, which is going to be we're going to have to play a lot better than we did over these past few games against the Boston Celtics. Let's talk about the Celtics real quick too. In game 7, Jason Tatum rolls his ankle in the first play of the game. That played a major factor, and in this game he wasn't able to be as explosive as he wanted to be. And then Jaylen Brown had a stinker. And I know a lot of Boston Celtics fans are going to be talking about him and JT this off season and what should happen and stuff like that. But JT had a stinker of a game in game 7. But luckily for the Heat, that was good for us. We were able to stop him. Derek White is somebody to be talked about. Now throughout this entire series, Derek White was like everything he did from the game when we were supposed to win this series in game 6, but Derek White comes in and chips in the game when he's been playing extremely good throughout this entire series against the Miami Heat. And after most Heat fans, I would say, were like, "Oh snap!" After the game 6 Derek White game winner, most people, we were like, "Okay, we might not win game 7. We might not win game 7." Just the way things was looking and how Boston was just coming in with all momentum. And everybody knows the thing, when teams come back down from a 3-1, they're usually not winning the series. But for the most part, most people wanted to see the Boston Celtics make history. but it just didn't happen. It didn't happen. So shout out to the Miami Heat. And yeah, man, the Denver Nuggets, it's going to be a problem. We're going to have a problem with the Denver Nuggets. I think it should be a good series. Again, we're going to have to play 10 times better. We got to rebound better. Bam has to be a little bit more aggressive. We can't have inconsistent games from Jimmy where, one game Jimmy's dropping 40 looking like Michael Jordan, and the next game he's dropping 14 points. We can't have that. And Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, after all the role players continue to do great things, and I think we have a shot at winning this championship. It's going to be hard going against Nikola Jokic and Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray, who's been on fire, and KCP and Bruce Brown and all that. It's most definitely going to be hard, but if we can just take our game to the next level, I think we're going to be able to do this. But the Miami Heat aren't good for my mental health, but I'm rocking with them to the very end, man. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how you feeling about the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets and Boston Celtics fans. Talk to me down in the comments. But yeah, if you enjoyed, like I said, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. And then I'm gonna catch you in the next video. We out of here. Peace.